Hello, hi, it's Alyssa. You have found SuperCaliListic about the title of my video. So I was going to title this video, "My Husband Thinks He Has Coronavirus," but I'm always preaching about how I think you guys should click responsibly, and so I felt like that would be irresponsible of me because I feel like that's very clickbaity to be like, "My husband thinks he has coronavirus," you know? It's hard because I'm a YouTuber, so I see what works on YouTube, and it's a lot of like, and so I'm kind of doing, and then I'm often like, and if you're just neutral, I feel like people just aren't compelled to click on your videos. Like there's too much noise for anyone to be like, what's this girl that has an expressionless face doing? So I feel like my videos are gonna be, they're not gonna be like, but they're gonna be like that's gonna be the thumbnail. Like, you know, not like, but like, hey, you know, anyways, okay. I think you guys get it. Anyone who finds me, I think you get it. Yeah, my daughter Raleigh is watching Winnie the Pooh, so hopefully that's okay because I think you guys might be able to hear it in the background. I hope YouTube's okay with that. But we went to Disneyland recently and she kind of reconnected with two characters, Ariel from The Little Mermaid, which I'm like, yes, I love her too. And Winnie the Pooh. So she's watching all the Winnie the Pooh movies she hasn't seen. And Ariel, yay, and all the Ariel movies. Anyway, so the reason I was going to title my video, "My Husband Thinks He Has Coronavirus," because last night I was sitting with him and my brother-in-law, his brother, who's a doctor, in our living room, right there on that couch. And my husband he's been coughing a lot the last couple weeks, and he turns to us and he's just like, "I think I have coronavirus." And I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me. Like, how could you have been exposed? You're just being, it's not even like my husband to be a hypochondriac, but he's being a hypochondriac, right?" I'm like, give me a break. And then my brother-in-law, who's visiting from North Carolina, was like, he could actually have it. Like, a lot of us have probably been exposed and we just don't realize it yet. And then we're going to bed and my husband's, "Can you turn it down just a little bit, sweetheart? It's getting loud as the action starts to increase." Raleigh?
I didn't hear that much.
Oh, did you just turn it up? No, you need to turn it down or I'm going to turn it off. It's too loud. Sorry, sweetie. Just turn it down, please, or I'm going to have to turn it off. Anyways, so then I'm laying down with my husband in bed last night, and he's like, I don't know why we were talking about air travel or travel, and he turns to me, he's just like, "Ugh, I just don't even want to get on a plane right now. Like, do you even want to get on a plane? Like, you know," and I looked at him, I'm like, "You just told me you think you have coronavirus. Our bed is my plane right now. Like, I don't want to get into bed with you, you know?" But here's the truth, you guys. Here's the truth. And here's what I think more people should be saying, and we need to move past this crazy headline mania that's happening. Stay calm, wash your hands, and stop touching your face. Don't wear a mask unless you have it. You don't need to wear a mask. Like, the whole thing is crazy. Like, at my husband's work right now, they have hand sanitizer and face mask, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, this is such a huge overreaction. My neighbor, who is a scientist and he works in neurology at UCLA, he just said to us, he's like, "Look, 80% of us are going to get it. It's a virus, it's out, it's not anything, it's not unlike the common cold." He's like, "A lot of people won't even know they have it," like that. And yes, people that are weaker immune system, the elderly, are more susceptible for it to be a dangerous thing like pneumonia, right? So just do your part and stay clean. And if you're sick, stay home. Like, I put this on my Twitter yesterday. Every year, just in America, tens of thousands of people die from the flu. The flu is still more dangerous. Newsflash, no one's reading about the flu because we're used to the flu. So my daughter has type 1 diabetes, so I think about people like her that have a weakened immune system. We all get a flu shot. We all wash our hands, you know. Anyway, so that's my whole thing on that. And it's so funny because the Winnie the Pooh movie that my daughter's watching today is all about the characters in Winnie the Pooh think this mythical creature has kidnapped their best friend, Christopher Robin. And they are so terrified of this creature that Al described that you know is going to be just a figment of their imagination. and they're gonna find in the end that they were afraid of something that didn't even exist. And I feel like that's what's going on with coronavirus. Like, yes, it's real, I get that, but it's such a gross overreaction what's happening right now. Like, it's just, so that's my whole thing. So that was my coronavirus story. My husband, who's convinced he has it. So I'm like, look, if you think you have it, the CDC is letting people get tested and they're letting people diagnose it. So go to the doctor tomorrow and get tested and just, you know, just for peace of mind. And if you do have it, like, stop going to work, you know? Like, anyways, I think actually the number of cases that are about to be reported in the US is just gonna skyrocket because my brother-in-law, who's, like I said, he's a doctor, he was telling me that the CDC kind of had a hold on any testing, so you couldn't actually like send in test results unless someone like had clear signs of the virus or had been exposed to the virus. Oh my gosh, this hummingbird is flying outside my window. It's like, feed me. Stop making a video. I have a hummingbird feeder, and if I go over a week without feeding the hummingbirds, they will come by and be like, I died today, B, if you don't go feed my hummingbird, or hummingbird feeder, if you don't fill it up. So as soon as I'm done with this, I will go feed the hummingbirds. They will not die today on my watch. Apparently, hummingbirds get really dependent on the hummingbird feeder. So if you take it on, just be aware that you are going to have to fill it with fresh hummingbird fluid once a week for eternity, because those hummingbirds will die if you don't. Let's see what else is going on. I have a show coming up for those of you that are new to my channel and just finding me for the first time. I do stand up intermittently. I'm mostly a stay-at-home mom. That's what I do full time. But to stay sane, I go out and complain about mom life and my husband and mom, just all that stuff, and you know, whatever, kids. So it's a lot of fun. I love doing it, and I have a show a week from Thursday at the Amazing Comedy Theater. I believe that's in Huntington Beach. I know it's in Orange County. I've been there a few times. I love it. The guy who owns it, Dan, I believe his name is, runs a really great show, clean theater. I love the foyer or little lobby area when you first come in to get your tickets, and he has like merchandise and stuff. He has wallpapered the entire foyer with comic books, old comic books, and that, honestly, you guys, like, I go to a lot of comedy things, and this show is about an hour drive for me, but I always go back because of that. I love that he loves comics, and I don't know that I've told him that, but it's what instantly like made me happy about the space and his attention to detail. And recently he wallpapered the entire bathroom with old comic book covers and stuff. So I appreciate that, you know. And he also, I found out, which I'm so excited about, he does Smash Brother competitions every other week, or every 2 weeks. I think he's doing it right now. So it's all ages, and I'm going to sign up my son and my husband as a team. So that's like a week and a half from now, and hopefully I have it in me to make a video. Hello, one person. I'm just getting back into this, so I feel like it's really hard to get this ball moving here on YouTube. My channel is very dead, but I'm trying to breathe some life back into it. So thank you for being here. Hi, Vanessa. It's just you. It's just you. You and my mom, and now my brother are like my cheerleaders. Like, where would I be without you? So don't ever say that. You're always welcome, and if you ever are too busy, just don't feel an obligation. That's what I want to tell you. If you have to go, I won't be hurt. So anyways, he does these Smash Brother competitions. We're so excited. Declan's been practicing. It's on the Nintendo Switch, so the new game system. So Declan and Jesse have been practicing, and it's just for fun, but there is a $100 prize at the end. And I'm really excited. So I'm hoping that I have just the bandwidth to videotape maybe, or like to film us going to that, and who knows what I'll have. So yes, you probably saw my title. I was going to, so if you're just starting to see this, I was going to title this video, "My husband thinks he has coronavirus." And I told the whole story at the beginning of the video, but just to sum it up, He's been reading a lot of news on Twitter, so I think he's paranoid. But my brother-in-law, who's a doctor, said he could. Yeah, so here's the thing, you guys. We're all gonna get it. Like, just assume you're going to get it. And just so you know, for most of us, it'll present itself like the common cold. So we won't even know we have it. That's what's so crazy. It's like any other virus. Why I think this has become such a big deal is because it's a new strain of virus. So, and I think the media has just gone out of, it's the common cold, and that's what my point of my video was. So I didn't title it, "My husband thinks he has coronavirus." I have no way of knowing if he does. He's had a bad cough and cold for a couple weeks. I thought he was like crazy paranoid, but then my brother-in-law, who's a doctor, is like, he could have it. Like, we could have all been exposed at this point. I mean, and here's the thing, vitamin C, it's not proven to help, but you do whatever helps for you. I think we should all just take care of ourselves, wash our hands. My husband is like a chronic face toucher. Like, he's always touching his face. It drives me crazy. And I'm trying to tell him, like, you will be healthier if you just stop doing that. Just something so simple. But for some people, it's really, really hard. It's like a way that they process their anxiety or whatever. So speaking about being healthier, my mom was here this weekend and she brought the juicer. This is a really big deal in my life right now. I get that a lot of people have been juicing for a long time and it's not new news. Yes, yes, and what do you want, Raleigh? Oh no, they have not. So she's telling you, you already saw it. It's a celery juice with watermelon. So I'm actually editing that video right now where I juiced for the first time since my mom brought this juicer. But Raleigh, you just had breakfast. This might be hard because she's like really into it. So wait, Raleigh, I will get. But Raleigh, you've already had a muffin and cereal. My daughter has type 1 diabetes, so we really have to watch like what she eats and how much sugar she eats. Raleigh, can you finish your show and then I'll give you a cereal bar? How about that? Okay, so about your daughter. So someone just said, my daughter, I'm worried about her. So my brother-in-law, again, like, I'm not an expert. He's saying this off the record, but he said so far it has not affected children. So I don't know if I don't know why. I don't know why it's only affecting adults, but apparently no children have contracted coronavirus. At least that's what he said. I have not read about it. I'm not an expert, okay? I'm not an expert. What I've read is just to wash your hands, don't touch your face, and stay calm. Just common sense stuff, right? Cough into your shoulder. Like, don't cough into your hand, cough into your shoulder. Don't go out if you have it or if you're sick. So anyways, apparently it's not really affecting kids, so fingers crossed your daughter will be fine. My daughter will be fine. Again, she does have type 1 diabetes, so her immune system is already compromised. Yeah, so someone said the scary part is like, what if the virus mutates and gets more dangerous? So I think that's actually a lot of what we're seeing is viruses are only gonna they're constantly changing. They seem, I'm just making this up, I'm not an expert, but to me, they seem like really intelligent, whatever you want to call it. And I think put on your seatbelt. I think we're gonna be seeing just more and more and more new viruses and things, and it's just part of being on this planet, and it's part of being human and being vulnerable and encountering new things. Like, instantly what I thought of when this whole thing blew up, I'm like, what is going to be the crazy virus from Mars that kills us all, right? I mean, I feel like if this is how bad it is when we encounter things that are foreign to us on our own planet, like, we don't have any business going out there and bringing back something that like wipes out all life on planet Earth or whatever. So I think stay calm. Yeah, so this disease is not airborne. So someone just said, imagine if HIV were airborne. That's not going to happen. This virus is also not airborne. You actually have to touch your face. That's why people keep saying, like, wash your hands and don't touch your face. You actually have to come in contact with it and get it in a hole. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. So don't wash your hands and don't touch your face is the moral of the story. So it's not airborne. The masks don't help. The masks are only there for people that are coughing, so they're not spreading it all over the place. So the masks are for people that have it. I feel like there's this huge overreaction of people like putting masks on. It actually makes you more vulnerable. You need airflow, okay? So don't do that, please. Don't go crazy. But you made me think of something. Airborne, okay, whatever. So yes, if you guys have any, I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. Oh, and this is what I wanted to share with you. A statistic that I looked up yesterday, because this kind of been this media craze is kind of driving me wild right now, personally. In the US alone, the flu every year kills tens of thousands of people. So anywhere from like 15,000 to 60,000 people die a year from the flu. Okay, take that in. My brother-in-law again said we're probably all going to be exposed and or get coronavirus, but the flu is still more of a health threat, and we face that every year. So he said get your flu shot, okay, and yeah. So the flu is much more serious than coronavirus. So I think that it's a corporate mentality of like, we need to make sure we say we're keeping our workers home, or we're doing everything we can, because they just don't want the liability that they were irresponsible and spread the disease. So I think everyone's kind of just covering their bases and trying to be super responsible. And then I think the media is going in a frenzy, because let's face it, I knew when I put on my title something about coronavirus, people are thinking about it, people are worried about it, fear drive is a motivator, so people might click on it. And that's why I said earlier, I think I said this twice now, I was going to say my husband thinks he has coronavirus as my title, and then I just couldn't stomach it. I was like, that's too clickbaity. I'm just gonna put, are you worried? And then tell the story of how my husband thinks he has it. And like my home is more probably contaminated than an airport. Like that's, again, I don't know that he does. And he doesn't know if he does. He has a cough and cold that he's been struggling with for a week now. So it could be something else. Like, we're gonna be fine. Yes, what else was I gonna say? The juicer. So the juicer has arrived. I don't know how many of you, I feel like I've been talking about it a lot, but then I realized I only do this video once a week, and you may have not have watched my last video, or for an hour or whatever. So my mom gave me my husband and me a juicer for our wedding as a wedding gift. She gave us a few wedding gifts because she's incredibly generous, but she gave us a juicer. And you guys, they're such a pain. Like, they've got this filter, you have to clean it every time. What's the demographics? I don't think there's a specific demographic. It's a virus. It doesn't care who you are or where you are. Anyway, I think that's what someone just said, and I can't, first of all, I can't answer that question. I'm not an expert, and second of all, I don't think it has, it's a virus. It's gonna go wherever it can. That's its goal, right? Spread. So anyways, so she gave this to me. I found it in my early 20s. I found it like really a pain to clean out, and I was just like, I'm not doing this. Someone's like, do you know what medical demo? I think this might be a troll, so I'm just gonna ignore what he's saying right now, because I don't need to derail this. I'm not a medical professional, and I'm not gonna give any advice or talk about any of that stuff. So I can just, this is what I can talk about on my channel, my personal experience. Oh, I did call you a troll. Yeah. Well, because here's the thing. You're kind of needling me, and I already said I'm not a medical professional. I can't talk like, I only have the one statistic that I looked up, which is, okay. So anyways, I found it a real pain to clean in my 20s, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this back to my mom. And my mom held on to it for the past 15 years. So, you know what I should do, Vanessa? I should make you like a moderator, and then if anyone kind of is like trying to like trip me up or derail me, because here's the thing, if people comment, I am definitely going to address your comment, and I'm going to interact with you. That's why I'm doing this, But if someone's like trying to instigate a fight with me, which is what it feels like right now, then I have to ignore you because that's not what this is about. So, Vanessa, remind me, if you're down to watch on a regular basis, I will give you permissions because I'm doing this on my phone. So like right now, like I could, let's see, I should have just logged in. Oh, you guys, while I'm looking at this, I have some really exciting news. My brother's design of our logo arrived. I'm so excited and it looks amazing. So I want to talk about that too, but let's see. I think if I go in here and I go to this, I actually recognize this person's name, but I don't appreciate the vein in which he's commenting. So let's see if I can. Go to this. Anyways. Yeah, okay, so my brother is an artist and graphic designer. He is based in Sacramento, California. In fact, if anyone's ever wondering about that painting in my house that's been there for years, that's one of his original shows. We bought that painting when he did a show like right out of college. So that's what that is. It's really meaningful to me. And then, let me just see really quick, you guys. Okay, so anyways, so that's my brother's painting, and sorry, there's a lot happening, and you guys can't see except this and that, and so yeah, he's a graphic designer, and he's been helping me with the channel. So he did all my channel art, like the palm tree you see on all my videos, that's his, and so recently he helped me do like a whole SuperCali like logos and stuff. So there's gonna be like t-shirts and sweatshirts and actually a hoodie, stickers, tote bags. I'm so excited. I haven't really said anything because I'm waiting for samples to arrive. So any day now, my SuperCaliListic hoodie, it's like a light pink. I'm so excited about it. It should arrive. It should have arrived yesterday. I know, I'm so pumped too. Because here's the thing, I don't have a huge following, so I get that it's like, I don't have a ton of followers that are gonna be like, I wanna buy your merch, but I really believe in SuperCali as a brand, and I've been doing it for years, and I see other people selling just SuperCali merchandise. So I'm like, I created this, like, I really believe in it. I believe in like, you know, California love and good vibrations and all of that. Like, I know about it, I felt it, I believe in it, I love California, so my brother helped me design some things. There's just, I'm really excited. So anyways, but I'm waiting because I use Teespring just because of the convenience, and I don't have to pump a ton of money into the upfront because I'm just on a zero budget right now as a stay-at-home mom. So I decided to try it, and I'm waiting to see the quality. So I have a friend who does YouTube, and he uses Teespring, and he said that he felt the quality was mediocre. So I don't want to put something out there unless I really love it. But I have to tell you that, oh, here's the sticker. The stickers are awesome. Like, they're really high quality. It's a die cut sticker. I love it so much. However, they're expensive. Like, just for a sample, it was $3.50, and then I lowered the price. Like, the suggested price was like $6. I know. It's so I can moderate. So I have the computer open so I can kind of, if someone's being a pain, I can. Anyways, so I think what I'm gonna do with the stickers, because I want to like give these away to people. I want to have like thousands of these stickers, and I can't afford that if they're $3.50 a piece at like the sample price, and then online they're selling in the store for $4.99. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find a separate vendor or whatever manufacturer for producer for the stickers. I want them a little bit smaller because this is pretty big. It's fun for like a backpack or a laptop, but they're pretty big. They take up a lot of space. Raleigh loves being in my videos, but this is my video. So that brings me to You have lollipop ears. Oh, we went to Disneyland and we made a video. We did like a whole character video, and we got our passes in December, the beginning of December of 2019, and since we've been going on a regular basis, I don't buy the kids stuff when we're in the park because it just gets too expensive. I mean, it's expensive enough with the parking and a little bit of food. So finally, after many, many trips, she's wanted these for a long time now, so she finally got the lollipop mini ears, and she loves them so much. My friend thought they were Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph, but I was talking to one of the cast members. I know, my friend Vanessa says, "Hi, Raleigh, those are so freaking cute." They are so freaking cute. I love them so much. So I talked to one of the cast members and I said, "Are those Vanellope, like from Wreck-It Ralph?" And she said, "They could be, but they're actually a part of a food series, Minnie Mouse ears that they did." So they had the candy canes and the donuts, the lollipops, the donuts, and she said there was a Mickey Mouse ice cream bar. So I've only seen the donuts and the lollipops, but apparently there was also a Mickey Mouse ice cream bar. Those must have sold out. So now they still have those, and I think they still have a few of the donuts, but I'm not seeing those anymore either. So I'm so excited because we did make a video about like meeting Frozen characters and how to meet characters and how that works. And you guys, I learned so much. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to communicate in my edited videos because it really depends on like what happened and like what I record and then what I have the energy to like put together for information for you. But let me just tell you, if you're interested, when you go to Disneyland, definitely load the Disneyland app because you can select characters and then it will show all the characters that are doing meet and greet that day and where you can find them and when. So that was a really important discovery for me because, for example, I looked on that app the night before. I planned it out. I'm like, we're gonna meet Anna, Elsa, and Olaf. They're all at California Adventure tomorrow, Disney's California Adventure. And then I waited and waited and waited until 4 o'clock. Olaf, that was his time slot according to the app the day before, and I got there and the cast member was like, "Olaf's not going to make it today." But if you check the app, they update it every hour. So keep that app with you in the park because they will update it. So, and you have to close out of the app and refresh it to get the updates, but just in case, do that. But I could have like done so many more things besides wait around for Olaf if I had known. So anyways, I'm making a video about that and like how to find your favorite characters and how that works, and I'm really excited about it. And we had a blast and she got the ears. So thank you for the share, Raleigh. I feel like I really want to talk about this juicer and like everyone's like, but coronavirus in Disneyland. Let's just say I did make a video. It was very flying by the seat of my pants, juicing some celery, and I threw like a bunch more ingredients, like fun ingredients, into my juice. It was a lot of fun. It was my first time using this juicer since it came back to me. It's probably been like 15 years since I had a juicer. It's so funny because now I'm a mom and I'm used to doing a lot of hard work on a regular basis, and I'm like, cleaning this filter is not really that big of a deal, and I just do it. I'm juicing every other day, and the juice will stay good in an airtight container for up to 3 to 5 days. So I figure is everything okay? Did something drop? Are you okay? I figure if I juice a bunch of juice one morning, clean the filter, put it all back together, and then just, put it in mason jars for a couple days, then I have juice for a couple days, and I don't have to be juicing every single morning and cleaning the filter and the whole thing. But honestly, if you rinse it out right away and then you just clean the filter with the brush that they give you, it takes like 5 minutes. I was such a wimp. That's the thing about being a mom. You realize that before you were a mom, you were just a wimp. You were like a selfish wimp. That's all there is to it. And it's so funny because I see some of my stand-up friends that are like, "Oh, I didn't get any sleep last night," and this and that. And I just hold my tongue because you can't be like, "Yeah, I haven't slept in 7 years." You can't do that because people will be annoyed, because then they're going to be like, "Well, you didn't have to make children. Like, you did that to yourself." And you're like, "Touche." So I don't say anything, but you really get perspective on like how much work you're capable of and how little sleep you can function on. So But it makes you a more productive person, and kids are awesome, so whatever. It's all worth it. And my kids are getting so big. Now I have more time to myself. My daughter's off to school full time next year, so it's like the light is at the end of the tunnel until the teen years, and then I'm in trouble. It can age you. You know why it ages you? And here's what I found. This is what I found with having kids is, yes, if you see a mom that has little babies and she looks like hell, give her a break. She does not have time to hardly brush her teeth, let alone shave her legs and brush her hair. She is in it. She is in the trenches. But then when her kids get back to school and she has some time to like take care of herself, she's gonna like come out into the world and everyone's gonna be like, dang, who are you? You know, like you look good. So I feel like it goes in ebbs and flows, you know? It's like you see that drastic change into motherhood, and then you get out of it and you get back into the world and you're like, I'm okay. I also think it's incredibly good for my health because I had a lot of unhealthy life habits, drinking, I like to smoke, like all that stuff. And once you get pregnant, most people don't want to hurt their babies. So then I started taking care of my body like I never have before. And now with my daughter having not only type 1 diabetes, but celiac disease, I'm getting even more healthy, you know? So I feel like I've never been healthier, and I have the kids to thank for that because now I care about my survival. Like before, I was an irresponsible adult that didn't really care, right? Because it was like, who cares? I'm here, I've lived. But when you have kids, you have a purpose, you have a reason. And I also think my body is healthier because it's like, all right, you're using your body the way you're supposed to be, you know, not like, why are you 30 and not making kids? I guess we're done, shutdown mode, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's different for everybody. All of that being said, I wouldn't have kids again if I could help it, because pregnancy did put my body through a lot of trauma, and I had a lot of difficulty. I had preeclampsia with Declan, and then I had post-eclampsia, I guess they call it, with Raleigh, where I had really high blood pressure and it felt really dangerous. I have thyroid issues now. So yes, there's a lot of wear and tear, but my kids have given me a better sense of purpose and have made me healthier. So I have them to thank for that. In fact, I wanted to say, so I'm a comedian, for anyone that's like there's only 3 of you here now, but for people that might watch the playback too, and sometimes I'll write down the funny thoughts I have on my Twitter. I have a Twitter account, it's Alyssa Price, it's just @AlyssaPrice on Twitter. And a year ago, I think it was, like when there was a celery, I don't know if you remember, Vanessa, but like celery was the bomb, and it still is, but it's like, you know, there were like just a lot of things about celery juicing. Like it was like, if you look at the Google Trends, it was like peaking like a year ago, right? And I made this like offhand remark on Twitter where I was like, I just ate a bologna sandwich and a fistful of celery. Am I doing it right? And I just thought it was so hilarious. And I still eat bologna. Don't tell my kids, because it does have gluten. It's like a guilty pleasure, I guess. My husband and I always have it in the fridge. So unhealthy. Don't do it. Don't get colon cancer like me. Anyways, so now fast forward a year, my daughter has celiac disease, and I'm like, you know what? This may be hocus pocus, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try juicing vegetables, and I'm gonna drink them. And already Raleigh, watching my video that I'm editing, last night she was eating frozen watermelon, which is a low carb fruit that's really good for her. So already I feel, just after a few days, I feel this lifestyle change. I'm getting chills. I feel healthier and more focused. And it's like the more you invest in your own health, I feel the less you're gonna make unhealthy life choices. Like I love the cannabis, and it's legal now in California, but I'm less likely to want to derail all the work I'm doing to keep my mind clear and my body healthy. So maybe I would just do it, instead of doing it like weekly, maybe I'm just gonna do it on holidays with family. You know what I mean? So I feel like when you start to make those healthy lifestyle choices and you get really invested, then it kind of snowballs, and before you know it, you're on like a plant-based diet and you're feeling amazing and just lit up and bright and clear-headed. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to share more about that with you guys. I get that my channel isn't just juicing. I feel like YouTube, like if you don't just have one thing your channel's about, you're kind of dead in the water. And I have to tell you that my channel is a lot of different things, but the thing that's like all encompassing is I am here to spread love and joy. And I think that it is something that has this, I don't, it's like something that is not tangible, but I am doing my best to infuse everything I do with that love and joy and sparkle that I believe is very indicative of like when people say super Kelly love, when they say, you know, good vibes, when they say keep it real, like I feel like that is all those things that are coming from like why people come to California. Like, look, it's expensive and, oh, thank you, Vanessa. I love you too. Oh, she said, I love what you do. Thank you so much. Because I think that, you know, there's two things that keep people in California. I think it's the weather is the number one thing. Let's not lie. It's good weather, and a lot of people live in cold, harsh places, and with, you know, all of it. And so I think the weather is a big motivator, and then I think it's the friendly, good vibrations, because people that are from California that were friendly. Like one of my friends, I've interviewed her on Bad Mom Jokes, and she's from New Orleans, and we both work in the industry, but she's been very successful as an actress. And I said, I think my being from California actually hurts me because the industry is more run by people that are, you know, from other places. And she's like, the minute that you're too friendly, they know you're from California. And I just thought that was, I kind of like I have pride in that. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. But it totally makes sense. Like the super friendly ones, you know who the locals are when it's like the super friendly ones. Anyways, so that's a tangent, but just came out of, oh, it came out of me saying disclaimer, if you're subscribing to our channel, which we so want you to, and we so want you here, you will see a lot of different content. So I allow my kids, like Raleigh and my son Declan, who's 7, to help me. They co-produce videos, and I let them post them on this channel because I believe in the creative process, and my kids are really fired up and excited about making videos. So for example, my son was watching a lot of like what he was calling TikTok life hacks recently on YouTube, and he asked me if he could do some. And so we made our own TikTok life hack video that is made for kids because my kids are mostly featured and it's for them. So you're gonna see that kind of content, and then you're gonna see just me talking to you about like something we did as a family or something I'm dealing with as a mom that has a daughter with type 1 diabetes or celiac. So there's gonna be Pooh Bear, and then there's gonna be like adult stuff too. So it's confusing, I know, and I get that you come to my channel and maybe you don't wanna subscribe because you don't know what you're gonna get, but that's what it is. We're a family of YouTubers, for better or worse.
Hey! Do the
Yeah.
thing and say presenting.
Presenting.
Winnie Pooh!
Oh, okay. Presenting.
No, do the Disney thing first.
What's the Disney thing?
No, the Disney thing.
The Dizzy thing.
Dizzy.
Dizzy. Like, I'm dizzy.
Yeah, do it.
So presenting when.
No.
This is what it's like when I make videos and they kids are like, no, that's not what I said. Wait, Raleigh, in just a minute. Oh, I know what she's talking about. Okay, I know exactly what she's talking about. Humor us 1 second. Let's see. I think it's this. Presenting. Okay, thank you, Raleigh. I'm gonna finish my video now. Oh wait, cancel? No, I just want to do normal. Oh wait, maybe we'll do something
Don't cancel
like a
that
fun
part.
filter.
I didn't want you to cancel that.
I didn't cancel it. It happened. It happened, and oops. I don't know how to get rid of that. Anyways. Okay, so now I'm seeing something I don't know. Sorry, I'm just tapping things now. Okay, so oh, here we go. That's what I want to do. No, that's not what I want to do. Sorry guys, just a sec. 1 year ago today, my best friend live streamed. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, so anyways, we're getting new viewers, so new comments. What was I gonna say? Oh, so another example of things you might see on this channel is I was at Disneyland with my daughter, and she, okay, this is not, I'm actually really excited because, so I'm actually really excited because when I get people coming in and talking about, well, you guys all saw it, like talking about their friend live streaming a suicide, which is super tragic and horrible. New people are watching my channel, so I've been on YouTube so long to know when people come in and start trying to like hijack your video, that's actually a good sign. The new thing that I've noticed is there's a lot of like automated kind of like bot type comments, like someone might start off like it sounds really real, like, oh, I love your videos, I can't wait to see more. Go to this channel to get more views. You deserve more views. And it's like, oh, darn it, it's just some spam, you know? So you have to get through the trolls and the spam to finally get to real people. So that's my goal. We're working our way through this. So I was gonna say the other thing that you can expect to see is like, for example, Raleigh, and I don't know if I'll post it, but she wanted me to record the entire Little Mermaid ride. So she's like directing me, she's even pulling my hand at one point. So like I let the kids post on their playlist. So there's a Raleigh playlist, there's a Declan playlist, my dog has a playlist because I have a weird sense of humor. Not our daddy. This is actually weird to me. This filter is like a little too bright. I can't handle it. Whatever, it's distracting me. I can't figure out how to get rid of this. I don't know if you guys, I know not everyone can live stream on YouTube, because the reason I know that is because my other channel that's newer does not have permission to live stream from a cell phone, from the app. This channel has permission to live stream from the app, and there's a new thing where there's these filters. So I did this, Raleigh did this with me a couple weeks ago, but there's like bubbles. You guys already saw the dance party. There's like different filters. There's noir, slate, glow, crush, pop. Oh, that's kind of nice. Blush, beam, super high contrasty and bright. Maybe we'll go with that. That's a nice subtle one. Anyway, so yeah, there's these new filters, which I think are really interesting that they would put these new filters on here, because the whole thing this year with YouTube is we're not for kids. But then there's a bubbles. I mean, that just seems like very childlike. Like my kids love the bubbles. So I'm like, what are we doing? Anyways, but whatever. It's fun and cute. Okay, my daughter is really ready to play with me. So I think I'm going to try to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you to Vanessa. I feel like my mom and my brother might be here. You guys are awesome. The support is felt, and it means everything to me, because I think to grow, you start really small, and every person that is like championing you is so significant. Oh, that's sweet. Someone said Raleigh's adorable and it reminds him or her of their daughter. So yes, she is. She's quite adorable. And some of our most popular videos are definitely her videos, because it's just kind of fun to watch everything she does. She's such a sweetheart. Oh, I wanted to talk to you. I don't know if anybody here is interested in this. Raleigh, you know what? You are so adorable, but it's hard for me to talk when there's like a wee in the background. So can we just, is Winnie the Pooh having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like wee, he's on a ride. I love it.
He does it.
Yeah, he hangs on like, ooh, here I go. Winnie the Pooh is like on this ride, hanging off backwards. He's very silly, Winnie the Pooh. There were other things I wanted to talk to you guys about. I wanted to talk to you about like how hard it is to get on Rise of the Resistance. I don't know if any of you are interested in that, but I figured it out, and it's gonna be a while before I get a chance to ride that, if ever. So I have some news on that. I also wanted to share with you that there's, I found a gluten-free Disney blog online. It's called tipsfromthedisneydiva.com. I'll put it in the description box later. And because here we were at the adorable snowman frosted treats stand on the Pixar Pier earlier this week. And I didn't know, it was so good. We got lemon and vanilla in a cup because clearly the cones have gluten. And it was mixed together. It was really yummy, but I was worried as with my daughter who has celiac. I'm like, oh, is there any cross-contamination? Is this safe? So I started searching online. I always just search whatever she's eating to see if I can find information. And I came across this Disney blog, and it's a woman who has celiac, and so do 2 of her 3 daughters. I feel like she's more than 2 kids, but 2 of her daughters, they love Disneyland, and she has a whole thing about all the gluten-free options and treats and how she's never eaten the same thing twice, which I find really hard to believe because, trust me, we eat a lot of popcorn because it's gluten-free and it's low-carb, and it's like I'm still figuring out the lay of the land and like what my daughter can have safely. So, but we did have that, and we really enjoyed it, and hopefully she doesn't have any reactions and, you know, all that. But I was going to also share with you guys, because last week I talked a lot about Hellcat. I'm actually wearing a Hellcat shirt right now that I found online. So I love Hellcat. Her name is Patsy Walker. Her superhero name is Hellcat. She's a Marvel character. Not many people know about her. And I love her so much. I'm always searching for things that are Hellcat related, which is tricky. So like finding this shirt was like such a treasure. I found it, I think, on Amazon or something, and it was, you know, kind of expensive for a t-shirt. I think it was like maybe $30 or $40, which I don't normally spend that much on a t-shirt, but I'm like, it's so rare for me to find merchandise of hers. So so I nabbed it, and then I was Hellcat for Halloween, so I wore this with like a big poofy jacket and cat ears because she is a fashionista. She had like a history of working in fashion and being a model like way back in like the 60s or something like that. I don't know. She's been around forever. My daughter is saying, play with me, so I'll probably gotta wrap it up. But I have a bunch of her comics. I don't know if any of you guys are interested. Maybe I'll share that next week if I don't have anything else like coronavirus to talk about, which is, if you were here for the beginning of the video, like just don't click on corona. I feel like such a hypocrite because I put it in my title, but I'm like, stop clicking it because like we're the problem, not coronavirus. Anyway, so honestly, it's been going on for weeks. No, Jessica Jones is not Hellcat. So someone just said Jessica Jones is Hellcat. Jessica Jones, wait just a minute, Raleigh. Jessica Jones and Patsy Walker, who is Hellcat, are friends. And I think there is a Patsy Walker type character in Jessica Jones, but they renamed her, which I don't know why. And honestly, I don't really feel like was written well at all. So this is Hellcat. So let me see. I'll take you back to the very beginning. So this is Patsy Walker. This is from this year. Let's see. It's what is the year on this? I mean, I want to say this is probably 50s or 60s. So Patsy and Hetty had these like romantic type comics way back in the day. And this is Patsy Walker. Do you want to look at it?
Who's Hetty then?
Hetty is this woman here, and she's her frenemy. She's always like tripping her Patsy Walker up. She's like evil, and she's like the good one. And because you know that's how it works. There's a good and a bad. And then the more recent, I think in 2009, she got a series. I only have 2 of the 5. Yeah, it is so cool. So this is her, like, this is Patsy Walker, like, in 2009, and some info about her. I have something older, too. She was one of the Defenders for a while. So you can see, if you see this, there's Hellcat right there. So I'm always going through old comic books and looking for her old, here she is right here, her old appearances. I have the whole history written down. I don't know it all by heart, but She also was in a California, I don't know if it was Avengers. It was like took place in Venice in the 70s, and she was one of them briefly. So I want to find those. That would be amazing, especially because I'm like so Californian. I think that would be really cool. And then more recently, she had, I think it was 12 issues, and I have them. I have all of those, and I really like them. I really like the author. It's a young woman, Leth. I'm forgetting her first name. So, yeah. Avengers West Coast. Yes. So she was in the Avengers West Coast, and I haven't found any of those comic books, but I was reading about it online. Yes. I want to get some of those. I'm sure if I just search online, but I like to find them at comic book stores, and I don't want to spend that much because when you start, if you're into comics, like I'm not super into comics, but ever since my friend told me about her, I've been hooked. So I get that it's like the rabbit hole goes really deep and it can get really overwhelming and it can get really expensive. So I was actually thinking of temporarily doing the Marvel subscription so I just can go in and just read all of her issues. So at least I know, and then if I see any of them that I really, really want, because sometimes I'll buy them and it's like she has a very small storyline. It's so addicting. It's so true. And that's like Disney, the whole Disney thing that I'm into, that's addicting. It's all addicting. Like it's all, be careful. So anyway, so she has a more recent one. I want to say this is 2012 and it's called Patsy Walker, AKA Hellcat. It's more YA, but I love it. She's like, I so feel like this nailed that character more than ever before. And Jessica Jones is in this. And so is the She-Hulk. So the She-Hulk is one of her best friends, and she works with her. And Jessica Jones is also like an acquaintance friend. Like they call in Jessica Jones when they like need extra help or whatever. So I think because she has this whole like confrontation with, what's her name? Is this Catwoman? I'm not like a super nerd about it, but yeah, Jessica Jones makes an appearance in this one. I think there's 12 issues. I got 3, I think there's 4 in each book. I have 3 books. So anyways, super into that, and if anyone wants to find me and talk about it, awesome. I feel like it's so obscure that it won't really get out there, but okay, my daughter's really like, play with me. So I'm gonna go, and you guys have been great, and thank you so much. Wait, I'm such a nerd. I don't know Marvel MCU, something Marvel, something universe, Marvel character universe. Tell me what that is before. I'm a full-time mom who has my head in the sand, but I do what I can. So what does that mean?
You're a nerd.
Oh, my daughter gets really upset because I'm constantly calling myself Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, yes, I've been waiting for it to happen and it hasn't, and like I'm really tempted to write a few films, but I don't have the time because I think that it could totally work. Like she's so relatable. Okay, that's the bell, that's the buzzer. Yes, I will be waiting for it to happen. It's like part of me, yeah, I know, I gotta do it. Part of me doesn't want it to happen because I feel like it's special to me and I don't really want everyone to be like, I love her too. Yeah, She-Hulk is all the way going because She-Hulk I think has been really successful. I think there's been a lot of traction with She-Hulk. And she's such a recognizable character. I mean, she's green, you can't miss her. So like part of me really wants Patsy Walker to finally get her props, but then part of me loves that feels like it's for me and the few people that care, and I feel like if I just see like every person being like, Hellcat's my woman, I'm just like, no, she's not. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm getting protective, but no, it would be really fun, and I'm on board. So, and if I really need to write more and stop making so many YouTube videos, but that would be really fun because I think it would be fun to see her maybe even like, because no one's written her, like she's never had kids, but I could just see her having like demon babies. Like she always dates the wrong guy. She's like, she died, like one of her husbands killed her or took her to hell. I mean, I don't have those issues. I've just read summaries, but like she's always with the wrong like crazy demon boyfriend, and I feel like she could have like these demon babies and dealing with motherhood. Anyway, so you guys have been great. Thanks for coming by. I'll see you next week. I'm going to do a live video every Thursday indefinitely. Really quick, did anyone want to hear about Rise of the Resistance and how that works? You know what, we'll just talk about it later. It'll come up later. Anyways, thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.